Hello, welcome to The One Show with Adrian Chiles.
And Christine Bleakley, and it's been a weekend of upset at the bookies.
Chris Hollins beat the favourite, Ricky Whittle, to win Strictly Come Dancing.
And Rage Against the Machine deliciously pipped the X Factor winner to the Christmas #1 slot.
Poor little Joe. After all that, it's nice to have a sure bet in the studio.
In the shape of James Corden. The Rage Against the Machine thing, Simon Cowell accused them of being cynical when they started that up a week 10 days ago. What was your take on the Rage Against the Machine thing?
Well, I was under the impression that it had always been the fact that whoever was Christmas #1 was the person that had sold the most records.
Yeah.
Hasn't that always been the case?
It's a very old...
That's what I always thought had been the case. That's
not a very modern reading of it.
People going, how dare they sell more records than someone else? And I like Joe McElderry. I voted for him. I think he's very good. But the last time I checked, I think Rage Against the Machine are considered a bigger act in world music than he is. And then I don't quite know why we're sort of all going, I can't believe it. The band that have sold the most records are #1. It's cynical and wrong. It isn't. It's like people buy things and that's how it works.
Give him a round of applause for that. That was absolutely brilliant answer.
Yeah.
I would have thought that Simon Cowell, more than anyone, would have known that.
That equation, yeah, it's simple.
Yeah,
really.
it just seems quite straightforward to me.
Well, let's put Simon Cowell away. Something good's happened. It's been the weekend of The Underdog and the weekend of Travel Nightmares.
Snow and ice brought...
By your wife. Darling, I've got a present for you.
But James, what's the best, worst things about Christmas for you?
Oh, I love the dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just think it's brilliant. I want to shake the man's hand, whoever came up with it. I adore it. I love it every year. And just the idea that you have like a regular roast and then someone went, this is great, can I have a sausage? Yeah. And then like a year later went, you know that sausage I have on my plate, wrap it in a bit of bacon, will you? That's my kind of guy. And somehow we're all okay with this.
But the turkey is normally overcooked and it's so fat-free and dry, but you need something a bit greasy and fatty to go with it.
Not in my house. My turkey's moist.
Is it?
Do you do the cooking?
I do the whole thing. Yeah.
I know where you live. Let's have a turkey off. I'll bring a slice round.
I'm not joking.
I'll meet you halfway with a slice.
Turkey off?
On Christmas, yeah.
I never thought.
Turkey moist off, all right?
A moist
I'll bring the right testing equipment.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, it's gone a bit surreal here.
The trick is the butter.
Yeah.
Bit of orange zest and half a nutmeg in the butter and under the skin.
I am so impressed
Mark
that you
my
make
words.
that dinner.
I'm very boring on this
It's
subject. I'm going
incredible.
to talk at you for an hour afterwards.
Great.
There's a little present for you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wow. This is... Really?
Yeah.
All for you.
Oh, my word.
It's a pair of slippers.
This will be my first present that I've had. No.
Yes.
Oh, you haven't.
Oh, we have.
Oh,
It's not signed by anybody. But,
Well, the only sad thing about getting a West Ham 2010 annual is that one of these players probably won't be there for 2010. That's the horriblest part.
you will
I will
be there.
treasure
That's
this. Thank you. That's a really lovely gift.
Yeah.
You're
very welcome.
That's incredible. Thank
Kids
you.
everywhere, and of course, lots of adults will be getting an annual in their stocking this year, hopefully. You like your
most of them, yes, I do. Most of them are full of faces from football, film, TV, whatever, but a few classic comic strips remain, including one celebrating its 70th birthday this year.
Kay Adams. It is my favourite series on the telly. It's just brilliant, James. So that's not very Christmassy, is it, for a Christmas special?
It isn't a Christmas special. It's just episode 5 of our series, and it. You know, we're over the moon that it's going out on Christmas Day. We delivered the show, I think, in sort of October time, and it's a real... I was really chuffed that the BBC chose to show it over Christmas, because... So this is on Christmas Day at 10, and then I think the last ever episode's on New Year's Day at 9 o'clock, which is a real honour. I can't quite believe that we're on Christmas Day. So, it's great.
So it's said this is the last one. Is it the last one?
It really is. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the last series, and if we ever do decide, which is by no means a foregone conclusion, to make a special or something, it certainly won't be for a good few years, I don't think, because I think when people have seen the last episode, you realise that it is the right point. And believe me, no one's as sad. No one could be sadder about it than Ruth and I.
But all the great comedy series have got a limited shelf life. Not shelf life, it's not the right word, but Fawlty Towers, I think they made 11. That was the end of that. Office, stop. and you know, and so on. It makes it greater as time goes on somehow.
Well, I mean, that's not really been on our minds. We haven't thought, oh, let's end it, and then it'll go down in history as something. I think our show, by its nature, is about two groups of people in Wales and Essex, and it will become increasingly difficult to manufacture ways for them to get together, and that we never wanted that to happen. And it just felt like we've always been governed by the story, really, and the characters, and it feels like the right time to end it.
Oh, are they going to get together? You're going to make us wait, are you? Any clue at all? Go on.
I can't possibly tell you, but the DVD is available in the shops, so you can watch it now if you like.
You know what I thought? So this makes me a terrible old bloke, right? When I first did Essex and Wales, I thought, what's a terrible journey? M4, M25. Swindon or something would have been more convenient for Barry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
That's part of the story, you see.
I know. Sorry, anyway, as I said, stupid. Briefly, you got into writing for the... you were working on the history boys. So that was a big thing to get encouragement from the master.
From Alan Bennett, yeah. It was, I mean, the whole job was a life-changing thing, I think, not just for me, for everyone that was involved. Look at that. I'm better looking now, eh? Yeah. No, the whole thing was a huge life-changing thing for all of us. And Alan would, he would say, you know, this stuff's funny, and have you thought about writing any of it down? And I kind of go, yeah, I have. And then he would encourage me in the same ways that he would encourage all the other boys in things that they wanted to do. He's just one of life's great encouragers, and it's a bit different when he tells you to write than when, like, your mum does. Your mum goes, oh, you should write that down. That's funny. That you think, yeah, all right, mum. But when a genius says it, it's a bit
This next item's pertinent to you, having just seen that little flick haircut on that History Boys still there. Over the year, we've seen our intrepid barber, Michael Douglas, cut hair everywhere, from a cave to a Turkish bath. Well, we're getting on Christmas Eve. You really want to ruin your Christmas tree? Sorry, you could do a lot. We just had a minor argument there. You could do a lot worse than to. Dan, it was all my fault. It normally is. Go on, you do it. What are you going to do? I've forgotten.
You can download Christmas decorations.
Why you would want to, I cannot imagine. Maybe.
No, I can't think of anything more wonderful than coming down to your Christmas tree and seeing lots of little Adrians all over it. Look at that. It's not a beautiful thing. You can hang them on your tree and make everyone feel merry.
Presumably, you download what, the whole thing?
No.
And then you have to stick
question it closely, because we don't know.
Because what's going to happen is people won't have this card in their house that they've got, and it'll just be bits of paper like that.
You're lost.
Strewn in a tree.
An advent calendar and lots of other festive stuff.
Look at this. Yeah, you might as well stick them in as well. Stick that in as well. Why not? That'll do it. There you go.
Stick our scripts on the tree.
Ridiculous.
There's something about animals. Christmas shouldn't just be the time for goodwill to all men. What about animals? What about spreading some goodwill there? Apart from turkeys, obviously you have to cop it.
Mike Dilger's been...
Happy Christmas, Badgers.
Mike's here, and an otter, and a lady called Pauline joining us here on the sofa.
Hello, Pauline.
Now then, why do otters need rescuing at this time of year?
Well, what's happened is, Adrian, unfortunately, we had such heavy rainfall over the autumn. Otters make dens that live in the halts. The water rises up, the little baby otters get washed out, like this little fella here. And,
look at these little whiskers.
They can float, but they can't swim. And unfortunately, without their mothers, until they're weaned, and Pauline's basically feeding it milk, she can't survive. This little fella was found by Nelsie in Bristol, was rescued. Pauline's feeding it basically milk until it's weaned, and then it goes into large pens, minimal human interference, it's fed with fish, and 18 months down the line, this little fella and the pair that she's living with will be released back into the wild. So it's a cracking story. And look at it, it's about 9 weeks old, it's just about
he's hungry.
To feed on proper food, and then basically Pauline will step back and you know, it'll be rewilded. Isn't it amazing?
So, Pauline, what should someone do if they come across a little otter like this? Just
certainly get in touch with someone who is wildlife knowledgeable, because they do bite. And it's really important, if we can get them back to their mother, then obviously that's the best thing possible. But certainly to realise that this is a baby otter and that an adult otter is much, much bigger, and people just don't realise the size of them, do they?
If you find animals, you really should ring professionals. The RSPCA, Wildlife Aid, Secret World Rescue Centre, and they can look after it. They know exactly what to do. And the aim is to get them back out into the wild.
Oh,
That's the
James,
important thing.
you're quite taken with that, aren't you?
Quite taking a little bit of milk as well.
Look at his face.
Keep your finger out of the way, Father.
It's gorgeous.
In general, though, Pauline, they don't make good Christmas presents. We should make that. Having said that, I want one. I want that one. I'll make you an otter.
think James
Oh,
does.
look at that little face there.
He's going to make you an otter or an offer. He's not quite sure which.
Oh, it's
It's the
lovely.
cutest thing I've ever seen. in
It's
my life.
beautiful. Thank you very much, Pauline.
It's all right, no problem.
And the great news is otters are coming right back across.
James,
Coming
can't
right back into fashion.
Come on,
Can't
yes.
wait for Gavin and Stacey on
Yeah,
Christmas Day,
we
by the way.
love
Really
Gavin
nice
and
to meet
Stacey.
you, mate.
It's so
On
nice
tomorrow's
to-
show, Dave Gorman and Pete Waterman will be joining us.
Yeah, see you tomorrow at 7. Bye-bye.